There is news that if there is a serial election meddler in this world, it may be, drum roll please. Thought I was going to say Russia, right? Israel. Israel. This is a story reported by Haaretz, an Israeli newspaper, illustrating once again how the media in Israel, I've always believed this, the media in Israel is more free and more brazen than the media here in the United States when it comes to stories like this. The newspapers in Israel are constantly writing critical stories of their own government. To that point, this story that I'm about to share with you, it'll appear in Haaretz, it'll appear in other publications in Israel. It will not appear on CNN or Fox News or MSNBC. I guarantee you that. But they will do 4,000 stories on Russian meddling. All right, so here it is, as promised. According to Israeli reporters, their country has meddled in elections in Africa, Asia, and Latin America repeatedly and systematically. They were apparently caught red-handed by Facebook, who have now banned the Israeli company that was running the fake news influence campaign. Facebook's head of cybersecurity policy actually is saying that they have purged 65 Israeli accounts, 161 pages, dozens of groups, and 4 Instagram accounts. And they say many were linked to the Archimedes group. The Archimedes Group. This is a Tel Aviv-based political consulting and lobbying firm that boasts, they say publicly, they boast of their social media skills and their ability to, get this, change reality. Change reality. Here's the RT correspondent Paula Sleer from Tel Aviv with this story.
Well, what we know is that this has been happening for years, where you have fake accounts that are masquerading either as locals or as local news outlets. And they are either providing glowing information or are forming part of a smear campaign regarding candidates who are standing in local elections. And part of the tactic they use is to quote so-called unidentified sources and leaked information. Now, what we're hearing from Facebook is that this has affected countries such as Latin America, numerous countries across Asia and Africa, where essentially the client's wishes have changed the reality on the ground. Facebook saying that this is an extensive Israeli-run political influence campaign. Having said that, though, Facebook has not been that forthcoming, and that is largely, presumably, because the relationship between Facebook and Israel is very close. Facebook in the past has taken down political advertisements that are considered distasteful or inconvenient by the Israeli government. The head of the Facebook cybersecurity policy had this to say.
Today we removed 265 Facebook and Instagram accounts, Facebook pages, groups and events involved in coordinated inauthentic behavior. This activity originated in Israel and focused on Nigeria, Senegal, Togo, Angola, Niger and Tunisia, along with some activity in Latin America and Southeast Asia.
Now, some of the pages boasted as many as 2.8 million followers. There were also a series of events that were advertised online, but it's not clear whether or not those events actually took place. More than $800,000 is estimated to have been spent over the past 7 years on these advertisements aimed at deception. And a lot of it finds its source in an Israeli corporation that's called the Archimedes Group. Now, we have asked the group for comment, but we're still waiting to receive a response from them. At the same time, a lot of the people or the organizations involved have concealed their identities. Now, there was a similar case with another Israeli organization whose motto was to shape reality. Now, it was forced to close its doors after it was implicated in the whole Mueller investigation, and it was criticized and came under fire for possible involvement in the Donald Trump presidential election. So we need to wait and see how this story itself develops.
I'm Rick Sanchez. You found us on YouTube, and that's awesome. But you know what? I'm also live every night at 7 and 8 p.m. Eastern on DirecTV and Dish and cable and satellite, the RT app, and Pluto TV. I'll see you there.